Feet for the win back, y'all, as we get ready. Just over 10 days until the 2023 season, NFL season, kicks off Thursday night, September 7th, in Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium, Lions Chiefs. But I just want to have some fun right now. If you go off Vegas, DraftKings, any affiliate sports books right now, what if Aaron Rodgers, Jets, wound up playing the Lions in the Super Bowl? It could happen. Super Bowl odds. Let me just read you some numbers. Kansas City, obviously plus 600 to go to the Super Bowl. Now this is go to the Super Bowl. Eagles, plus 650. Bills, plus 900. San Fran, plus 1,000. Cincinnati is in the fifth spot, plus 1,100. This is where it gets interesting. Dallas in the sixth spot, plus 1,400. New York Jets, number 7, plus 1,600. Number 8 slot, Baltimore Ravens, plus 1,800. Your Detroit Lions in the ninth spot, plus 2,200. And in the Dolphins in the 10th spot, plus 2,500. Now, what makes the Jets and the Lions relative and compatible, if you break it up by conference, both teams have the fourth best odds in their respective conference. The Jets, plus 1,100. Lions, plus 1,100. It's not far-fetched. Wouldn't that be something to have the Lions standing in the way of Aaron Rodgers possibly getting that second ring? Or could it be the Lions on their way to their first ever Super Bowl, and standing in their way to win it all would be our nemesis, Aaron Rodgers? Mr. Hail Mary, Mr. Lambeau Field, Mr. Lions killer, flat out, except for like the last couple years. I mean, the Lions in Green Bay have always played close games, it seemed like, especially like when Ndamukong Suh was here. You know, they had a lot of low-scoring games. But the last maybe 5 or 6 games, well documented. It's been close games, man, under 5 or 6 points. You know what I mean? I can remember, a Monday night game, I remember. We lost by 1, last year, going and winning that game at Lambeau Field under a touchdown. So it's been games where Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay and they were relatively the better team, but still had trouble beating the Lions. But now I think that both teams playing on level playing field. Aaron Rodgers needed a change of scenery. And let's be honest, they're my dark horse anyway to make it to the Super Bowl. I mean, anybody that thinks Aaron Rodgers is washed up, man, I don't know, man. I think that Aaron Rodgers got just good chances as anybody in the AFC, after Pat Mahomes. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers has done it. Josh Allen hasn't made it to a Super Bowl. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Aaron Rodgers hasn't either. They won that Super Bowl. Green Bay won in 2010. It's a long time ago. But hey, we've all seen it. We've all seen other quarterbacks go to different teams and succeed, man. And I think that this Jets team, that's exactly what they needed to get Aaron Rodgers. To bring Alan Lazard from the Packers over to the Jets was admirable. That was a very smart move by their organization, getting Aaron Rodgers a receiver that he's familiar with. Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson could be maybe one of the breakout players of the year. I mean, Garrett Wilson is a real deal. Probably could be, I think, at the end of this season, people are going to be talking about him, maybe one of the top 2 or 3 receivers in the NFL right now. They already had a good defense. Quentin Williams is a monster. They did some good things on that offensive line this year. If you look at their starting offensive line, Dwayne Brown, Lincoln Tomlinson, Connor McGovern, Elijah Vera-Tucker, who's very good, Mekhi Becton. I mean, that's a very formidable offensive line, man. They drafted a kid Tippmann from Wisconsin at center. They really got Aaron Rodgers some help, man. And Green Bay, it just seemed like almost purposely they wasn't giving Aaron Rodgers, the assets that they needed. And I think it's going to pay dividends in the long run. A team with already, a good defense. You got Sauce Gardner, already the top corner in the league right now. Quentin Williams, like I mentioned him, you got C.J. Mosley. You got a guy like look out for the kid Whitehead. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of his name. Safety Jordan Whitehead can play ball, man. DJ Reed. They got some very good players. Very well coached. It's interesting. Aaron Rodgers, Detroit Lions are minus 1,100 to make it to the Super Bowl, man. And wouldn't that be just, I think that would be probably, ratings would be through the roof, first of all, because the history is there. Aaron Rodgers broken the Lions' hearts many times, you know what I'm saying, and Green Bay Packers. And ironically, he's still wearing the green, but it's a different shade, different team, different city. Aaron Rodgers versus Jared Goff wouldn't be all that bad. Two Cal quarterbacks. Think about that. Think about the irony in that. The irony of just Dan Campbell going against Robert Saleh, two fiery head coaches. Saleh being from our state. From history kind of with the Lions. They kind of was gonna maybe hire him around the same time that they got Dan Campbell. It was rumblings about that. It just, these two teams are parallel. Sauce Gardner from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? That would be a very interesting Super Bowl, and it could happen. Jets, Lions, plus 1,100, fourth in their conferences respectively to make it to the Super Bowl. Just something to just bounce off everybody in the spirit of the first game of the season that's coming up, the Lions and Chiefs. But what if Lions, Jets, Super Bowl, Rodgers standing in our way, or vice versa, us standing in his way to get that second ring? This V for the win.